They're good experiences. I think that we've just tried to treat them like other practices. To be honest with you, we're nowhere near to ready to separate our team and to say this guy's the starter. We're still trying to figure out who's doing what, and so we've tried to treat them like like practices with other teams, and we're trying to work on specific things, and we're stopping it in the middle of the possession to improve an angle, and so we're trying to teach. But they're good experiences because these guys get tired of going against each other, quite frankly, and just like every year at this time, I think that the kids get excited about the games. One, because they love to play, but two, they're also tired of beating against each other every day in practice, and so hopefully this will be another good experience for us.
Do you think it'll take a couple of regular season games before you get a rotation set?
I would think that the one thing I cannot gauge, because I haven't coached these kids in real games yet, is how are they going to respond when we actually have people in the seats and the scoreboard's on, and can they think and react and play the way that we need to when you have those elements that are included in the process. So I think it'll take some time for us to settle on a rotation for sure. How quickly will some of these freshmen adjust to playing at this level? We don't know until we actually get there. So I'm certain it'll take us some time before we get settled.
We had Andre Jacoby in here before, and they talked about Lars as a kind of one of the newcomers who's made an impact right away. What have you seen from him and his maturity in the post and everything already?
Well, Lars has legitimate size to begin with. He's got really good hands and the ability to score, and so I think obviously that's some real advantages because he's bigger than everybody else on our team, so they have to adjust to him, and that's been a welcomed, I think, addition to our team. But he's learning to play American basketball for the first time, and it's different. I mean, there's just no way around it. It's just different, and so some of the things that maybe are legal in FIBA are fouls in the United States, and there's some things that are fouls in the United States that maybe are legal in FIBA, and trying to get adjusted to that, how the game's officiated, to the speed of the game, and all those things are going to take a little time for him. But I think he's been off to a really good start. He's a very mature kid, and so I think he's had a very responsible approach every day, and that's one of the reasons I think he continues to get better.
Big guys typically take a little longer. Is he sort of ahead in that regard?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think we all know that physically in the development of a big guy that they oftentimes come late. Is he ahead? I don't know if he's ahead. Maybe slightly because I think he was been coached really well. I think in his upbringing in the game, he's been coached really well, so that might put him a little ahead. But obviously, physically, those guys take a little more time.
Going in your rotation for tomorrow night, do you have a set plan in mind to give each guy a certain amount of minutes, or will you just go as the game goes?
No, we're gonna make sure that everybody gets exposed to certain things tomorrow. It's really important for me to get all these guys in front of some people, in competition with fans in the stands, and see how they react, and so we would like to obviously, if we can, get all those guys some experience, but we have an idea who we probably will start tomorrow. We've got we got a few dings, obviously physically, like everybody does, so that'll impact us, tomorrow when we get the report from the trainer in the morning. But hopefully we'll be able to get, everybody at least some chance to play.
Anybody out long term?
I'm not sure if I'm ready to go there yet. I don't think long term. I hope not anyway.
Where have you seen the biggest improvement offensively and defensively from when you first arrived working with this team to now when the season's a week away?
Well, where I've seen a change in our team, I don't know if I've seen a change in them offensively, because when I first got here, they had no idea how we wanted to play. I don't think I've seen a change defensively yet because they had no idea really how we wanted to play. Where I've seen a change is they now have an understanding of how hard you have to work and the investment that you have to make to have any chance to succeed. And that was uncomfortable for them when I came, and now it's their new normal. And so because now that's something that they're used to, I think that will give our offense and defenses a chance to change. You know, they really have bought into how hard you have to work and the daily commitment that you have to make. And so I've seen a distinct difference in that for sure. And hopefully that those daily investments will allow the other things to change.
Has anybody in particular really jumped out at you after a couple weeks of practice? Wow, that guy's a lot better than I thought he was, or something? Has anybody really made a move in that respect?
I don't think that I've been surprised by anybody because I think that people were honest with me when I came. You know, so I think that people that had a good evaluation of the returning players were very honest with me. So I don't think anyone's really been a surprise. Like, you know, Matt Bradley was a good three-point shooter, and he's proven that to be true. So I'm not surprised that he's making three-point shots. There's been some guys that have been exactly what I think I was told that they were going to be. Our new guys have kind of held to form of what we thought that they would be. We got a lot of freshmen, you know, and we got a lot of freshmen. And we scrimmage at BYU. I think they have 8 players that are married. We got 8 freshmen and sophomores. I mean, so it's, you know, it's different. You know, we got a lot of young guys out there who. And then the returning guys have no idea what they're doing either because we got a new coaching staff. So there's some moments that make you scratch your head. But I do think that our opinions of what guys were capable of, I think we still have the same beliefs, and no one's been a disappointment, but no one's really, you know, been a huge surprise either.
How are they adjusting to the new three-point line?
Yeah, I think the new three-point line, you know, when I was the chairman of the Rules Committee, we began the research on that, and the number of three-point shots was growing every year, and it was at an all-time high. And so I think to discourage the three-point attempts, they have moved the line back to maybe get the game more in a traditional balance. And has it affected our team? I don't know what kind of three-point shooting team they were a year ago. But it's a bigger. It's not 3 inches back. I mean, it's a distinct difference. And so, you know, I think you'll find that you have to be really diligent on who's shooting that three-point shot. You know, it's not everyone's going to fire it up there this year for any team because it is a deeper shot, and we've got to make sure we're taking the right ones.
I think it's a good rule change. Would be good they pushed it back.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I would have supported moving it back for sure.
Does it open up more of a mid-range game for you guys, or how? It may be a silly question, but what are some of the effects of it?
Well, you know, everyone here knows the Warriors, and if Steph Curry couldn't shoot, okay, that lane would be really a lot more crowded, even though with the NBA defensive rules. So you have to have a great shooter in order to take advantage of the three-point line being moved back. And so, you know, we've got to develop the ability for a couple guys to shoot it in order to open up the lane. And so you know, we've got to make sure that we have the right guys that, you know, obviously that are taking three-point shots and that they're spaced appropriately so we can take advantage of the rule change. And then we got to shoot them consistently. And so hopefully as we get into live action here, we can do that.
You take every new program like that, does it help to have a lot of freshmen to kind of mold and kind of work with versus like having to take over having more returning players? Does it help to have a lot of freshmen kind of mold? So you're their first college coach, you can kind of mold them and not have to undo anything from the previous staff.
You know what? I haven't treated anybody like they're a freshman. I've tried to treat them all like just college basketball players, and I don't know if any coach would be excited about having 5 freshmen because there's some interesting plays that occur. But I will say, to your point, that yes, those guys have a blanker slate, and we're able to shape exactly, you know, how they're going to, you know, hopefully work and function for the next couple of years, and so, you know, that's that part. But I say that I don't say that as a way for it to be an indictment on the returning players, because those kids have made a choice to come here and stay here and change Cal basketball, and they've been terrific in their buy-in too.